according to this, I'm delusional. I swear, I feel like I'm not even asking for too much. My delusion score is 5 out of 5, and you don't belong on this planet. I don't belong on this planet when it comes to dating. Anyway, guys, we'll get back to that in a second, but for now, it's me, Julissa. Welcome back to my channel. Because of the limited furniture that I have in my current house, I decided to bring you guys into my bedroom today. Also because we're talking about dating. Can you guys cue some real dramatic music, please? Oh, that works. Yeah, you're probably thinking, she's still single? Or like everyone likes to comment on my social media, why are you single? Like, damn, babe, there must be something wrong with you. Why you ain't married? All these comments, trust me, I read them, I see them. When my friends come over and they're like, really? So you have more face masks in your fridge and wine than you actually have food? I feel like, okay, so that is a way of telling me I'm so single. I do like being so single at times. I love laying on this bed, literally like, any way I want. But then there's other times where I don't want to lay in the bed all by myself. I want to share my life with somebody. Doing a show like this, I feel like I have to be as transparent and as authentic as possible. I'm thinking that that's why I even wanted to do this in the first place. It's truly why I did. It's the first time that I'm not mic'd up with, I am mic'd up, but I'm not reading a prompter. I'm not saying other people's words. These are actually the words that are coming out of my mouth. I feel like I've been very much putting myself out there by way of advice of my friends. They said, Julie, you just gotta put yourself out there. And I thought, yeah, I'm ready to do that. And then a pandemic happens. So I was trying to figure out, how am I even supposed to date during a pandemic? I ended up actually fast forwarding to having a quarantine boo. I will never share who that person is, so I'm just letting you guys know from now, I'm keeping it real. In my heart of heart, I don't ever want to put out there who I'm actually dating, literally until I'm married. I don't know, I've always been really, really protective about who I want to put on my Instagram when it came to my dating and love life. I've never posted anybody on my social media, and I've been very intentional about that. I've always said to myself, I literally don't want to post my man unless I know for sure I got that ball and chain on him. No, I'm just kidding. Until I know for sure that I am absolutely married. I basically thought, if I go about it too prematurely, you just never know what's gonna happen. I grew up in a very traditional household. When I say that, meaning like my parents have literally been together forever. Like literally forever, since the beginning of time. I think they've been together 40 something plus years, and I've always seen that as an example. It always gave me like the ride or die, like I have to be in a long-term relationship like that. Like once you get married, that's it. It's you're one and done. And the last thing I ever wanted was to have to take down 1,000,001 photos or, bring you guys along on a ride that then ended. I don't even know actually why I've gotten to this age. I mean, I know I've definitely chosen career over past loves that would have required me to like get up and move, and like I've had loves in the past where they literally were long distance and said, we can do this, just move overseas with me. Like one of the biggest loves of my life was in Europe and overseas in London, and I wasn't ready. And when I tell you guys that I literally have chosen work over relationships at times, that's a real thing. And one of my biggest fears when it came to love and relationships is choosing the love over the work, and then it not works out in the love department. Is that gonna set me back? That's hard for successful men too, to deal with a woman that also has a full-on busy schedule. Because I've also gotten comments like, oh, would you ever date a regular guy? I mean, I don't even know if a regular guy would even understand my career and like when I have to go to events, people are gonna want your attention. So I've always feared, like, if I do date a quote unquote guy that, is regular, doesn't understand what it's like to be in the business, if I bring him to events, or if I bring him to red carpets, or if I'm, gone shooting something for whatever amount of months, like, is he gonna understand that? I will admit that my career has been number one priority in my life over everything else. If you've ever felt that maybe you've put your career as a priority in front of other things in your life, can you have the career? Can you have the love of your life, the family, like all of those things? I don't know if women do it way more versus men. I always wonder, like, do men get to have it all? They can have the career, and like there will be women that will settle down. Do we just always have to sacrifice so much all the time? I want to know, comment below if you guys have ever felt very much like how I'm feeling right now. I'm in my late 30s and I don't really know what the love relationship cards have for me and how they're gonna unfold. I'm not here to tell you like this is the only way to live your life because it's worked out this way for me, because I honestly don't know. And I'm just trying to figure it out along the way, and I wanna see if you guys have any advice that we can bounce off of each other, which is why I'm like, comment below. I just wanna know if it's something that you can relate to, because I have conversations with my friends that are all very goal driven, and I do have some friends that keep it very honest with me, and I'm like, girl, it's hard trying to be a businesswoman, trying to be a wife, a mother, a great friend, like all of these things. And yes, as women, I think we're phenomenal multitaskers, but sometimes it becomes overwhelming. Okay, so one of the questions that I get asked the most is, what am I looking for in a man? For me personally, you have to be nice. Like, I can't be with a like, at the end of the day, like, my biggest pet peeve is literally going out on a date and just seeing, I'm like mad observant when I'm on a date. Like, I just want to see how they're gonna treat the person that's waiting on us, the hostess. I try to be as considerate as possible. I don't know if that's just the Libra in me. I really try my hardest to be considerate of other people. The person that I really see myself with, I want them to be nice. Like, when someone else describes them, they're like, that's a good person right there. I want them to be successful. I'm not gonna lie. I want you to at least meet me where I'm at, because I've got goals, I've got dreams, I've got aspirations. It's literally what I was just telling you, why I'm still dating and trying to figure it out, because I've always put my goals and my careers in front of everything else. So I need to be with a man that's gonna be ambitious, period. Can we talk about men with kids? This is not a deal breaker for me. I can be delusional in a lot of things. I know my friends tell me all the time, like, Julie, come on, manage your expectations. When I hear that, I really be wondering, like, do I have to manage my expectations when it comes to dating and my love life though? Like, do I really? According to this website, the Delusional website, I'm like 5 out of 5 delusional. I had a friend tell me that I absolutely need to go on this website. And I said, okay, well, what is it? So it's called the Female Delusional Calculator. So you basically answer 3 questions about, it's 5 questions about what my ideal man would potentially be like, look like, breakdown like. Then they give you the probability, and it says, according to statistical data, the probability a guy of the US male population ages 34 to 40 meets your standards is 0.017%. Delusion score is 5 out of 5. You don't belong on this planet. Whatever. I get it. I can be pretty delusional in certain things. I'm older, I'm in my late 30s now, and I understand that there's men that are gonna have kids, and I am not opposed to dating a man, marrying a man with kids. I understand that at this age, for me to find a man, or for a man to find me, I should say, without kids, the likelihood is gonna be very slim. I've literally have gone on a date. This is by the way, absolutely true story. I met this guy at the gym. Really? You're just gonna laugh?
Sorry.
So I met this guy at the gym. Because guys don't talk to me, I swear on everything I love, men do not talk to me. At least not the men in Los Angeles. They don't. So when they do, I get excited. I become the most loquacious human being on the planet. I'm talking. I'm a parrot. So I'm at the gym, and the guy gets on the treadmill next to me and starts talking to me. So, at first I'm all, casual, whatever. I'm like, oh my God, he's talking to me. So I'm up the incline, trying to show off a little bit. And the guy asked me for my number. I also don't know how to not give out my number. Is that bad to say? Like, I don't know how to politely shut him down. If he's like, can I get your number? I literally just start giving my number. So that's what happened. Long story short, I agreed to go on a date with him. And he had asked me on a date on Friday, and I was like, no. And then he said, okay, maybe Saturday. I said, no, because weekends, people be out. I'm not trying to run into people that I know because I'm literally just going on a date with this guy. And I was still not sure about certain things. Like, I wasn't really sure about his hairstyle. It was very different. I don't know. It's just not what I had dated in the past. Liz, can you not? Sorry, my assistant is over here laughing. I was like, bet we can go on a date on Monday. I figured Monday's low key. Not too many people are out and about dating. And then he's like, oh, can we go to this place in Burbank? I said, perfect. I'm guarantee won't run into anybody in Burbank on a Monday night. Of course I run into somebody. I ran into one of my hairstylist's ex-boyfriends. Not you, Ricky. Not my current hairstylist. Another hairstylist. Literally, I cannot make this up. Midway bite through my salmon, he's like, by the way, I should probably tell you because it tends to be a deal breaker. And I was like, oh gosh, what is it? And he's like, so I have kids. I'm like, oh, that's fine. He's like, so I have 6 kids. I said, wow, okay. But how many baby mamas? 5 baby mamas. At the age of 30. What am I supposed to do with that? Come on. So that means you started. The delusional calculator blew up. Needless to say, block. No. Needless to say, I was just like, I'm good. Thank you. I can date a man with kids. That's a lot of kids though. And I have a lot of love to give. Don't get it twisted. Oh, another thing. We work out at the gym without a shirt on. And I'm like, okay, whatever. His back, everywhere he had tattoos except on his back. So I was like, I'm so curious. That's how the conversation even started about how many kids. Okay, now I'm remembering for sure. So I was like, oh, I see you have so many tattoos because he had full sleeves everywhere, chest. And I said, but your back, you don't have any tats on your back. He's like, yeah, I'm saving that for my wife and the next kids that I have. I was like, the next kids? And then that's when I asked him, so how many kids do you currently have? And then that's when that happened. So I didn't get dessert. He was super nice. I will say he brought flowers. He was a charmer. I'm not delusional to the fact that the age that I'm at, most likely men, they're gonna have kids by now. But that was just a little too much for me. And I've always wondered this with men with kids. So if you guys have a man with kids or like started dating your man with kids and then your family came together, where do you fall in line? If you've got this amount of kids, this amount of baby mamas, like where am I in your life? What priority am I? Where am I is what I'm trying to figure out. I am trying. I'm actually doing what my friends are telling me to do, which is putting myself out there. And I did have a little quarantine situation that didn't work out. I guess when things opened up, so did he. And he really went outside and like never thought about me and him outside. So that didn't work out. So what I've come to also figure out is I think that men love. Comment below if you guys think that men love because I swear I ghosted this guy. So let me tell you this story. I ghosted this guy. Literally, we were talking like 3 years ago. We met through Instagram in the DMs, which is why I also don't want a guy that has Instagram. I really don't. Like, his business could be on there, meaning like his literal way of making money could be on there. But if that's not part of your job, I really would prefer if the guy that I date doesn't have one. I mean, this was 3 years ago. We were actually doing really, really good. I said, okay, this could, be getting somewhere. So we were talking all the time. Then we finally meet up. He's also like, babe, do you mind not posting like where you are and all? And I was like, that's kind of a red flag. The way I'm telling you guys that I don't ever want to put a man on my Instagram unless that's my husband. I also don't want to be with a guy that's gonna make me feel like I can't be transparent about where I'm at. I share my life by way of social media. Like, I'm constantly showing you guys where I'm at, where I'm eating. It's the boomerang with a wine every second. I live my Instagram life, I think, pretty transparent. I don't have to necessarily tag who I'm dating or whatever. I actually listened to my intuition. I said, you ain't living right. I'm not over here putting you on my Instagram. I'm not, holding hands with you. I'm not tagging you. I'm not doing any of these things. I took that as, you're not 100% available. So guess what? I'm about to ghost your ass. I literally got on a flight and left him. Didn't let him know that I landed okay. Nothing. And trust me, he reached out. He tried. And I just was so turned off by that. I've actually never done this in my life, like for real, ghosted somebody. Like, when I'm done, I'm pretty much done. I've done that before, but like for a guy that I actually was into and completely cut him off, straight ghosted. Like, I literally left him in another country. He messaged me. I never even replied to let him know that I landed okay. Casper, ghost. Ghost. And by the way, let me just mention, this was a fine ghost. Like, I mean, he's fine, so it was not the easiest thing to do. I don't know what happened during quarantine, but next thing I know, the DMs is popping again. So he resurfaces, and I could not believe it. I was like, straight up, what? 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 All I saw was my name. He literally put Julissa, and I was like, I have to open the message in order to read the rest of what he said. And then I opened the message and it was just my name. I was so mad. I wrote back, just question mark, like, what do you want? Then he said, I forgot what he said. Oh, he tells me he's in LA. And at this point, I'm like, oh my gosh. Well, what are you doing here? Is really what I wanted to reply. Because it's been almost 3 years, I decided that, sure, I'll go ahead and meet up with him. And the first thing I did when I arrived was, I'm Instagramming this. I'm Instagramming where we're at. So don't tell me that I can't. Just to see where he was at. I had to explain to him that I felt like there was something he wasn't being honest about. He kept it real with me, and he was saying that he was still very much in and out of his relationship, but he didn't want to hurt that person's feelings. And I was like, well, in you not trying to hurt her feelings, you had me looking at you absolutely crazy and lightweight hurting my feelings. So now he's in a place where he's telling me I can share everything in the world, but now I'm kind of hesitant about doing that. So I don't know what this is. I'm just going with the flow, and I do like the switch up of the energy he's given me this time around. So I'm trying to just take it for what it is, living in the moment, and seeing where it all goes. We'll see. I know, it's a lot. Trust me, I know. I'm hearing the words coming out of my mouth. I know it's a lot. So just stay tuned and subscribe if you want to continue this journey with me. Because I would love to know if you guys have ever experienced something like this. Are you an overthinker when it comes to dating or all aspects of your life? Let me know. Maybe we could work through this together. It's me, Julissa.